Man, oh man. What a banger of a promo Christian Cage cut on AEW Dynamite last night. That was a hell of a promo that Christian Cage cut. Wow, man. One of his best promos to date. MJF, Bryan Danielson had a perfect face-to-face. Put it this way. Bryan Danielson and MJF put the final hype ahead of their Revolution AEW World Championship match. Plus, we got a fantastic interview from Toni Schiavone to Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker. And it rained and stormed outside. Other than that, everything else on the show just fell completely flat for me. Don't get me wrong. The ladder match was great, but the Casino Tag Team Battle Royale, not so great. Some talents did good in the ring in that match, just not all of them. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I'm IWN. This is your AEW Dynamite review for Dynamite Episode 9 for March the 2nd, 2023. As you guys know, Dynamite was last night. The go-home show felt like it dragged completely. I'm not even joking. There was nothing, well, there was not much on this show that piqued my interest outside of that amazing promo that Christian Cage cut on Dynamite. MJF and Bryan Danielson hyping up their AEW Revolution, AEW World Championship match. That interview that Toni Schiavone had with Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. That was it. In the ladder match, that was it. That was it, man. Everything else on this show fell flat for me, man. Everything else on the show was just not good. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for all notifications. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, IWNGamer1. You can also follow me on Instagram at The Real Brendan Ingram. Brendan is my actual first name. Ingram is my actual, in case you guys didn't know. Well, you know now. So you better get used to it. You better get used to my Instagram handle, my personal Instagram handle name. Because this is the real me. No matter what you think of me. No matter how much you hate me. The links to both of my accounts are in the description below. I'm talking about the links to both my Instagram and Facebook accounts. Make sure you go check out all the other content that I have. If you guys want Monday Night Raw review this week, go check it out, man. Go ahead, thumbs up. It needs likes on the stream for the review. I don't understand why I didn't get any likes on that particular review. It didn't make sense to me. I was confused. I was frustrated. I didn't understand it. Every time I try to encourage people thumbs up, I don't see any thumbs up on the stream. I don't see any thumbs up. So hit the fucking thumbs up on the stream. Let's get at least 5-6 likes on the stream for your Dynamite review this morning. I have all your WWE Thursday morning news to go over. It's mostly news from yesterday, really, to be honest, that I skipped, that I didn't go over. I'm talking about the important WWE AEW. Okay. Morning news, sorry. Yawning, tired. I should probably be in the bed, sleeping. I do have to work today. So, again, I worked Monday and Tuesday, and I have to work today, and then I'll be off to Monday, finally. Now, we're going to go ahead and get straight to the Dynamite review, because I don't have anything else to say. Wait. I do. Actually, I do. I just officially scheduled my AEW Revolution 2020 pay-per-view watch-along. So if you haven't the thumbs up on my watch-along, go so now. The live chat is open for anybody who wants to comment predictions in the live chats below on my AEW Revolution 2023 watch-along. It has been scheduled. So if you want to sit in the live chat and wait until Sunday night, you can. It's up to you. But my AEW Revolution 2023 watch-along is scheduled to go live this Sunday night. So hope to get the biggest audience in the live chat. Hopefully I will. If not, it will be a complete disappointment to not only me, but to this channel as well, and to my subscribers who work so hard to support me and my channel during these times, each and every single week. So try not to upset us, please. Try not to upset my YouTube moderators either. All right. Now go ahead and get to the Dynamite review. Here we go, guys. Dynamite kicked off with Orange Cassidy versus Big Bill. I didn't like this match. I had immediately, that night when they kicked off with Orange Cassidy and Big Bill, I immediately pushed the mute button on the stream, on the BlanchardReport.com website, because that's where BlanchardReport.com streamed Dynamite. That's where they had the show. That's where I watched. That's the website I watched Dynamite on. Blanchard Report. That's where they stream, the Dynamite episodes from demand or from cable or whatever they stream it from. I guess Blanchard Report has a streaming service with All Elite Wrestling, and on their website is where I watch. It's where I watch AEW Dynamite, and that is the website is where I watch the pay-per-views. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I haven't been talking like myself. Yeah, my speaking has been kind of off this week. I think it's a number of things. Number one, my head's been feeling all weird and shit. Number two, I have been vape smoking. I have been high. So, excuse me for saying that, but that's the truth. Number three, well, I don't want to say I haven't been myself, but I've been doing good. It's just, I've been thinking about a few things. A few things have been on my mind. I've been thinking to myself, when am I going to get to 1,000 subscribers? I always sit down and think, when am I going to get to 1,000 subscribers? When am I going to get to 4,000 watch hours for monetization? I don't know how long I have before I eventually give up. I mean, the last few months, I've been getting high views, and then all of a sudden next year gets here, I start off rough with lower views. Not cool. Not cool at all, if you ask me. I don't know how anybody is not liking my channel. I don't understand how anybody doesn't enjoy listening to my reviews and watch-alongs. I mean, I do what I can to give you guys the content you want to hear and the content you want to see. Most importantly, I make sure my thumbnails and background and shins out. Make sure the quality is great and everything for you guys. I mean, I don't know what more I can do. I stream games. All that stuff. I put in, you guys just don't realize how much this channel. Like, really. It pains me to see that people don't hit the thumbs up on the stream. It pains me to see that there are not a lot of people in the live chats when I'm live with my watch-alongs and reviews. I mean, I post my schedule on the YouTube community page for a reason. I mean, hello. All you have to do is go to my YouTube channel and go to where it says community, and you'll see my schedule, my YouTube schedule for the week. And speaking of schedule, my YouTube schedule for next week will be posted on the community page on my YouTube channel this Saturday. Either this Saturday or Sunday afternoon. I think it's going to be posted Sunday afternoon. Well, actually, no, I need to do it Saturday because Sunday is the start to the new week, so I need to post it Saturday, as soon as Saturday. I got an interesting schedule for you guys to check out. Got a lot of things planned. I'm going to be streaming yet more new games on the channel, and I can't wait to show you guys the games that I'm going to be streaming. Because, my God, they are fucking great. They really are. So you are officially going to be getting more gaming content from me going forward this year. More wrestling content, of course. Can't leave that out the window. More watch-alongs and reviews. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I made some changes to my thumbnails. The thumbnails don't look the same as the thumbnails I had before. They look brand new now. And, I've been sharing. I've been, putting in my links to my watch-alongs and reviews on my Instagram bio. I've been posting my thumbnails on Facebook and Instagram. I've been sharing my watch-alongs and reviews across social media platforms. I've been doing that. And bad news about Twitter is that I'm banned from Twitter. Permanently banned from Twitter. I can't even have a Twitter account ever again. Because I was arguing with those negative WWE and AEW geeks I was telling you guys about last year on Twitter. Because they don't freaking care about anything I say. All they care about is their opinion. They don't care about nobody else's but theirs. They always got to make a big deal out of something that's not really that serious. You know how the geeks in the internet community are. I'm glad I don't have a Twitter account. Fuck Twitter. I don't need Twitter. I got YouTube. I'd rather post my voting polls on YouTube than on Twitter, because every time I go there, I see negative tweets. This, about that. I'm trying to be about positivity. I'm not trying to be about negativity. Never mind this negativity bullshit. I'm tired. I'm just tired of seeing negative things altogether. I'm tired of people sleeping on my channel. Tired of people sleeping on my watch-alongs and reviews. I think it's pretty soon. It'd be time to take this channel to a whole new higher level. A level that no one probably will ever have a chance of going but me. Nobody but me. I've been trying and trying and trying. I've been trying, man. And here I am at 594 subscribers already. That's good, though. Great. You don't hear me complaining. I mean, we are literally 6 subscribers away from 600. So if you guys can subscribe to the channel, help me get up to 600, I would really appreciate it. Because as soon as we get to 600, we'll be on the road to 700. And that is going to be a blessing itself. And I got to say amen to that. Because if I wasn't at 594 subscribers, I probably would be upset. I really would. I would probably find other ways to try to get up there. And I do want to thank you guys for supporting me in my, especially you that's been subscribed to my channel for a very, very long time. I really appreciate your support. Continue to support the channel. Your likes, your comments, your attention goes a long way. And you share my watch-alongs and reviews to all social media platforms definitely goes a long way. And when you do, make sure you let the audience know that, hey, IW is live with a wrestling review or a watch-along. He needs 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. You know, you could say something like that. You know what I mean? But anyways, we're actually going to get to the Dynamite review this time. Orange Cassidy versus Big Bill kicked off Dynamite. I didn't really like this match. As soon as I saw the match, I immediately pushed the mute button on the screen. I said to myself, I said to my audience, I would rather go over more of your WWE AEW Wednesday news than watch Big Bill versus Orange Cassidy. Big Bill versus Orange Cassidy. I did not enjoy that match at all. I don't know who the hell came up with this decision to book this match, but it was not that good. It was not that ending at all. It was not that interesting at all, man. It was not that fun. But you know what? I will say it did set the tone for the night and gave Cassidy another big win in a recent string of them. He had been a great choice to carry the All Atlantic Championship. And I said it last month. I'm going to say it again. If they are not doing any good with Orange Cassidy in that All Atlantic Championship, then that All Atlantic Championship needs to get off television. If it's not doing any good. And if they don't get that title off of Orange Cassidy and put it on someone else, they might as well just burn the title at this point. They might as well just burn the title, man. To be honest, I think it's time for a new All Atlantic champion. But who should it be? That's the question. Who should it be? Who you guys think the new All Atlantic champion should be? Let me know in the live chats. The boy Kent, I see your comments, man. I appreciate your generosity. I will continue to do what I can to bring this channel up to a higher level that no one has ever excelled or passed. That no one will never excel or pass, put it that way. Not trying to be perfect. I'm just speaking truth, being truthful here. Also, the boy Kent, if you're new, you can subscribe too as well, like everybody else. And enjoy the review. So anyways, guys, the match wasn't fun, but it did set the tone for the night and gave Cassidy another big victory. In a recent string of them, he has been a great choice to carry the All-Atlantic Championship, which has not been prioritized in the slightest. But it has still been at the center of some above average matches. I think it's time to have the All-Atlantic champion, Orange Cassidy, drop that All-Atlantic championship to someone else. We need a new All-Atlantic champion. I'm kind of getting tired of seeing Orange Cassidy as All-Atlantic champion now. I think it's time for a new All-Atlantic champion. That title's got to get off of him. It needs to be on somebody else. Somebody that deserves, somebody that's worthy, somebody that's actually going to the title better than Cassidy. I mean, don't get me wrong. He has been extraordinary during the run and really should earn more credit for the quality of his work of late. But I think his title reign needs to end. It needs to go to somebody else, either way. Now, despite the perception of his as a strictly comedic act, now, if AEW is going to put the tag titles, on Danhausen and Orange Cassidy, well, they need to have Orange Cassidy drop that All-Atlantic championship. Then he could be champion. He don't even have to carry 2 titles. Orange Cassidy does not need 2 titles. You mean tell me when he wins the tag titles, when him and Danhausen wins the tag, they're going to call him hashtag Cassidy 2 belts? Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, that sounds great, though. That it has a good touch to it. Don't get me wrong. The hashtag sounds great. But I don't know if it would make sense or not. You know what I mean? I'm talking about creative aspect. I don't know if it would make sense. But Cassidy did most of the work in this. He did most. Big Bill did so fucking bad in this match. Hell, he made Cassidy look a little bit bad. I'm moving on to the face of the Revolution ladder match, because that's the match I want to go over with you guys. That's the match I want to talk about, because that was one of the best Dynamite this week. Believe it or not. If you don't like my opinion, if you don't want to hear my Dynamite review, go watch else. I don't got time for it. I don't got time for the negativity and the trash comments. I don't got time for it. Wild, chaotic spots were the name of the game Wednesday night in the face of the Revolution ladder match featuring Powerhouse Hobbs, Ortiz, Eddie Kingston, Konosuke, Action Andrade, Sammy, AR Fox, and the newcomer, Commander. They need to have Commander on TV more, so that way we can start seeing vignettes, video packages telling the story of Commander, telling us who he is and what his character gimmick is going to be about. We need to start seeing shit like that. We don't know who this Commander guy is until they start giving us video packages and vignettes telling us who he is. So we need to start seeing those. If they're going to be building a new upcomer up like this guy. You know what I'm saying? Now, death-defying, awe-inspiring athleticism and creativity defined the match. Flying of the later competitor really standing out from the pack. So, the presence of the Jericho Appreciation Society's Daniel Garcia nearly ensued. Guevara scored a tainted, but it was the Resurfo Hobbs sending Konosuke crashing off the ladder, who earned the victory at future opportunity, the TNT Championship. The match was a spot fest that featured some storytelling in the form of Garcia and Guevara working together to eliminate Jericho Association Society enemy Andrade. Or should I say Andrade? I'm used to saying Andrade because Andrade used to be used on AEW television. Now they're keeping him in Titus Catering for somewhat odd reason. I don't know why. Andrade is already cleared to return, so why are they not using him on TV yet? He's out of that hospital. He's cleared to return. Where is he? Where is he? Where is Andrade? Why is he not being used on TV? I have to question why he's not on TV. Are they losing interest in Andrade, or do they just have no plans for him right now? I think it's because they have no creative plans for him right now, AEW. Andrade may very well be on his way out of AEW and may very well be on his way back to WWE. I could see that possibly happening within a few months, maybe, or so. I cannot see him staying with AEW any longer if they're not using him. If they're not using him, he needs to ask for his release and get the fuck out of there. It's ridiculous that they're keeping Andrade off of TV for this long. He hasn't even been used. Fucking life. If you're not to use Andrade, release him from the company. He can go and shine like a megastar elsewhere. I'm going to repeat this again. Fucking who wants to see Andrade succeed? And for the fans that do, and for AEW creative management to hear, I'm going to repeat this again. Man. If you are not going to use Andrade or book him on TV, you might as well release him from his contract. Don't even think about giving him a 90-day complete clause like how WWE Vince and Bruce did. That's how their administration did. Just let him go elsewhere to where he can shine and be at the top of a division on a wrestling promotion. I think Andrade is well on his way back to WWE. I cannot see him going back to a wrestling promotion in Mexico. I can't see him going to Lucha Libre or Lucha Underground promotion. I used to watch that with my brother when I was a teenager. My brother used to love Lucha Underground, man. He used to love Mexican wrestling. My brother watched it, and it's how I got into it and watched it. But seriously, all jokes aside, if they're not going to use him, if they're not going to build him up as a top babyface or a heel in the AEW men's division, they might as well release him from the company. They might as well let him go. Same with Shawn Spears. If you're not using Shawn Spears, if you're not going to book him in any matches, let him go. I bet Shawn Spears already reportedly wanting out. Eddie Kingston quitting AEW is a storyline thing. Is not real. It's basically kayfabe. Him saying he quit. It's a storyline. Eddie Kingston is the next person in line to feud with MJF. So after the Danielson MJF feud, we're going to be getting an MJF Kingston feud. And Ortiz is probably going to be involved in it. Who knows? You just have to find out we'll have to find out after Revolution. Yeah. Hobbs winning was a welcome creative decision on my end. I mean, Powerhouse Hobbs, let's be honest, they robbed Powerhouse Hobbs of his opportunity for both the TNT and Ring of Honor championships. Remember when they had that, I think there was a triple threat match between Wardlow, Samoa Joe, and Powerhouse Hobbs? Right? I don't remember. There was something. There was a match where Powerhouse Hobbs lost his opportunity. Hold on, let me see if I can look it up real quick. Let me see if I can remember. If I can look it up. I might be right. I want to make sure. I think there was a triple threat match last year between Samoa Joe, Wardlow, and Powerhouse Hobbs for both titles or for the TNT Championship. Let me see. Let me see. Yes. Yes. Okay, so let's go back to last year. You guys remember, back in November, there was a triple threat match for the TNT Championship. It was Wardlow defending his TNT Championship against Samoa Joe and Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs lost and got completely buried. Powerhouse Hobbs was buried. He got wasted. He got robbed of his opportunity. He lost. He lost. Remember, last year I said the right decision would have been Powerhouse Hobbs winning the TNT Championship. Not Wardlow retaining, not Samoa Joe winning. I think Powerhouse Hobbs winning was the right call. Just because he lost his TNT Championship match to Wardlow and Samoa Joe. That was complete bull. That had me angry. That had me so furiated with AEW. So furiated, I about threw my fucking laptop out the window. They know damn well the right call should have been Powerhouse Hobbs winning the TNT Championship. They knew that. But instead, they did the opposite. I'm not even going to go there because you guys already know. To even go over it. Don't need to even talk about it. There's no need for me to explain to you guys what the odds was in that triple threat match. But anyways, so Powerhouse Hobbs winning was a welcome creative decision. It was one of the best decisions that AEW's ever came up with. Because the simple fact that the guy does scream money. It really should have been prominently featured before now. It remains to be seen if this win allows him to build momentum toward a championship. In other words, towards a championship match. It was one of the more defining victories of his young career. No freaking question about it. No question. That's why it's important to know what you're watching and know what you're talking about. If you don't know, if you have a YouTube channel and you're a wrestling fan and you're doing your wrestling reviews and watch alongs and you don't know what you're talking about and don't know what you're saying, that's a huge problem. That's going to have you losing audience faster than a bug can fucking fly in the sky. For an example, it's just like the Monday Night Raw NXT. Both ratings from Raw and NXT dropped. And I do have some news on the Raw ratings. We're going to go over it. I'm going to go over the rest of that. Both viewerships for Raw and NXT dropped to all-time lows because both shows were a complete failure from the word go. Dynamite wasn't really all that of a complete, it wasn't that much of a complete failure. It was somewhat okay. It had some good shit on the show, but it also had some bad shit on the show as well. You're going to have ups and downs. These shows are going to have ups and downs. These shows are going to have weeks where they're good. These shows are going to have weeks where they're bad. That's the way it is, man. But you got to keep putting the pressure on these companies. You got to, if you're doing reviews, you got to keep shitting on these shows. You got to keep these bad things about these shows to show that you actually care. And that's why I shit on this show. That's why I shit on these shows, man. That's why I call out the good things and the bad things that I see on these shows that I like and don't like because I care. I want both shows to succeed. I'm a real hustle loyalty wrestling fan, man. Care. Never thought I'd say hustle loyalty. And you know where I got that from? Mr. Cena. Oh no! It's Sheeta! No, I'm just playing. But seriously. This has to be the biggest win in Powerhouse Hobbs' career thus far. Hopefully, we'll find what they do next with him. I know he's going to be challenging Samoa Joe for the TNT Championship. I know. Now, well, the question is, going forward, will Powerhouse Hobbs Samoa Joe to win the TNT Championship, or will he be beating Wardlow to win the TNT Championship? Because Samoa Joe defends his TNT Championship against Wardlow at Revolution. I think Wardlow is winning back his TNT Championship, and I think he's going to successfully beat Powerhouse Hobbs, unfortunately. That's going to be another L for Powerhouse Hobbs, unfortunately. I mean, there's no way Wardlow is losing to Powerhouse Hobbs if he's TNT champion. Even if he was a singles competitor, he still wouldn't lose to Powerhouse Hobbs. He's on a higher level than Powerhouse Hobbs right now, currently. But I think that's the geeks online. That's what they say. But I think they're evenly matched. Powerhouse Hobbs with Wardlow. I don't believe or listen to what these pathetic geeks online say. I try to ignore their comments because their comments, all their comments is negative. The comments are always negative, man. I don't look for negative comments. I look for positive, truthful comments. Those comments the geeks online be making, they are not as nearly as positive. They are more negative. I'm talking about the geeks in the internet wrestling community. The simps, the mercs, whatever you want to call them. Anyway. Jericho wiped Peter Avalon Julius Effect a week ago, costing the parental comedic act an opportunity to accept Ricky Stark's open challenge for a match at Revolution. Now, before we go over that match, I do want to go over this backstage interview with Best Friends. Renee Young stood backstage as friends, announced that Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor were not medically cleared to compete in the Casino Battle Royale, said he and Cassidy could enter the match. Renee asked Cassidy who was being pinned to by a trainer if he was up. I don't care, Cassidy said. So we got Jericho versus Peter Avalon. I wasn't buying this match at all. I take this match as a way to build and hype Jericho up for his match against Ricky Starks for AEW Revolution. That's what I take this match to be. It's basically a squash. I'm pretty sure is a fan of squash matches. I know I'm not. If you are, you are as dumb as green grass. Squash matches are not good. I don't like them. Squash matches to me are non-existent or nothing at all. They are too quick. They're rushy. All squash matches to me are too rushy. They waste time. Complete waste of time, man. It's these squash matches, dude. But Avalon was not televised. Avalon dominant to start and near falls, including one off a DDT. Avalon stood up and looked to the crowd. Then, check this out. Jericho actually put him down with a cold breaker and scored the pin. Up there goes my audio. Doing it. I do that. I figured it was. So after the match, Jericho grabbed the bat that he brought to the ring with him. It hit Avalon with it. Then Jericho worked over Avalon with the bat until he was stopped in his tracks by Entrant. It's music, basically. So then Ricky Starks ran out and Welch fled the ring. Avalon with a new look means that not only the wingmen are over, it could mean that Avalon is singles. I think the wingmen are no more. Says, you know what? We're done with this fucking shit. We are separating Cesaro Bononi, Bryan Danielson, and Peter. Good. If they did, good decision on them. Bryan Danielson, Cesaro Bononi, and Peter Avalon were never a good stable together to begin with. Bryan Danielson is better off as a singles competitor. I don't know what's going on with JD Drake and Anthony on TV and holy shit, where are they? JD Drake was a part of the women. He was. JD Drake and Anthony. Where are you guys? I don't hear you. Nowhere to be found. Remember when I said Anthony Henry is the next CM Punk? Mark my words, he still is. I still believe that. If you don't believe it, fine by you. That's fine by me if you don't believe that Anthony Henry is CM Punk, but I believe he is. I still believe Anthony Henry is the next Punk in AEW, next CM. Especially CM. Jericho got a mic, told Starks that he the hell out of him on Sunday at Revolution. Jericho said that The Jericho Appreciation Society was not allowed ringside at the pay-per-view. Did it mean they weren't present? Dan Garcia, Jake Hager, Jericho entered the ring, watched as Hager slammed Starks to the mat. Garcia followed up with a Uranagi slam. Garcia and Hager threw Starks toward Jericho, who down with a Judas effect. Over the fallen Starks, and then Jericho talked smack. And you know what? What I'm about to tell you is not going to have you surprised. So apparently, guys, the crowd didn't buy into the possibility of Avalon going over. I don't blame them. I know if I was in the crowd, I would be buying. The match brief, post-match angle made Starks look foolish for another trap set by Jericho Appreciation Society. Starks needs the win on Sunday. By the way, the interference in the ladder match was very, very weak, and I mean that in a way. Even though the ladder match was great, the interference in that match was weak. Now, we all understand that it's DQ. Don't get me wrong. But it didn't lead to the finish. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys that watched that show probably more than likely wish that AEW was different by eliminating the annoying thing other companies do from their own product. And you know what company I'm referring to. WWE. Vince McMahon. Get him out. Why is he still there? Get Vince McMahon out, man. I hope the Detroit Fire and Police Departments do what it takes to sue Vince McMahon and get him out of there. He's got to go. Not out of AEW, but out of WWE. Get him out. I hope he doesn't be nowhere near AEW or Tony Khan. I'm sure Tony Khan would prevent Vince McMahon from, Moving on, guys. Adam Heyman Page delivered what was labeled as a live promo from an outdoor location. Page said Moxley couldn't take away his heart because he couldn't hold it. Now, Page said he would take Mox's spot at the top of the food chain. Page said he hates violence, but he will be the most violent and bloodthirsty SOB on Sunday. He probably got that SOB word from Stone Cold Adam Heyman Page, because he knows that's what he has to be in order to beat Moxley. Page said Moxley will never be the same after the Texas Death Match. You guys want to know, I think Adam Heyman Page got his name from? I think he got his name from DDP. That's where I think Adam Heyman Page got his name from and his gimmick from. DDP. Diamond Dallas Page. I think that's where he got his ring name from. If you guys agree, let me know. Renee Young stood in the ring, introduced Christian Cage, who then made his entrance. speaking of young, AEW needs to make sure they use their young talent wisely and well. Put them in matches that's going to get them over. That's all I got to say about that. But Christian Cage made his entrance. Cage spoke his feud with Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Cage said the problem with Perry and his entire generation is that they treat the business like a video game. Cage said he treats the business like an ATM machine and said he's not done milking it dry. Cage challenged Perry to meet him in a fight at Revolution. Cage said there would be no rules or regulations. Cage said that if Perry chose not to show up, then he'd simply be his father's son. That sounded like an insult right there, man. Insult to Perry. Because after all, Cage did state that Perry's father was a Hollywood hack and said that Perry doesn't have anything inside. That is why I said it sounded like an insult. Insult to injury, man. An insult to injury promo. Wow. Jungle Boy Jack Perry video package that was aired on purpose, obviously. The video showed Perry digging a grave while some of his highlights. Page tombstone was shown above the grave. That video package gave Jungle Boy that Undertaker feed. I remember when Undertaker tried to bury AJ Styles in his grave. AJ Styles and Luke Gallows and Corey Anderson. Remember that Boneyard match? Yeah, that's what that reminds you of right there. Boneyard match. Between Styles and Undertaker. You'll see Corey Anderson and Luke Gallows was involved. Man, you imagine if Kane got involved and helped Undertaker try to bury AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, Corey Anderson. Man, you imagine Luke Gallows and Kane face to face? My goodness. Talk about two of the biggest tall guys in WWE. I mean, come on. Doesn't get any better than that. But the video showed Perry digging a grave while some of his highlights were shown. Again, Christian's tombstone was shown a grave. They cut back to Christian. And surprisingly, he didn't have any comments and simply left the ring. Oh, man. It's so satisfying to see Christian Cage not having anything to say. Man, that is as satisfying as it gets, bro. Anyway, AEW Women's Champion Hayter and Britt Baker were interviewed on the backstage interview. This was a great interview by Toni Schiavone. I love this interview. Hayter talked her trash to Saraya and Ruby Soho. Hayter spoke about her AEW Women's title. Said they would be wanting the women's match later in the show. Entrances for the FTW Championship match took place. This was another match I was not into. This was another match that I had to push the mute button on it because I didn't want to hear commentators here I didn't want to hear the commentators commentate this match. In other words, what I mean by mute, I closed my fucking ears because I didn't want to hear. I didn't want to hear about the commentators commentating this match between Matt Hardy and Hook. At this point, it's safe to say the FTW Championship means absolutely nothing if they're not going to book in actual competitional matches. I mean, what's the point of having an FTW Championship? It's not even an AEW champion. It was a championship that was brought up and introduced by Taz in his fashion. I don't understand why we still have this title on television. They need to burn that title for all I care. Shouldn't even be on TV. The most important titles that should be on TV: AEW World Women's Championship, the AEW World Championship, the AEW Tag Team Championships, and the Trios Championships. Those are the titles that should be on there. Not the AEW World Championship, not the FTW Championship. All those titles should not be on there. Those two titles are not important anymore. They are not that serious anymore. Not even the TBS Women's Championship is that serious anymore. I'm not taking all three of these titles too seriously until they book all three of these champions in real matches. Stop booking Jade Cargill in squash matches and start booking her in real competitional matches to where she can defend her TBS championship in a match to where we can say, hey, finally, AEW's booked a real competitional match, a real competitional TNT championship match instead of a squash TNT championship, or instead of a squash TBS championship match. We want to see real competitional TBS women's championship matches, not no squash TBS women's championship matches. I'm tired of seeing that on TV. I really am. If I have to push the narrative every time, I will. Really. Stop booking Hook in FTW squash matches and start booking him in real FTW championship matches to where he can defend his FTW championship in a match to where it lasts at least 7 or 8 minutes, enough to where we can say, that's a good match. Finally, they're booking Hook in competitional matches for the FTW championship. Same goes for All Atlantic champion Orange Cassidy. They need to cut the shit with these squash matches, man. They're not doing any good. They are a waste of everybody's time. Stop booking these matches on TV. WWE needs to be doing the same thing. Man, this applies to them too. Sick of seeing them on TV. Sick of seeing these type of short matches. If you're going to get over the talent that you have that have not been used, get rid of them. I'm not saying Hook is one of them, but I just wish they gave Hook, Jade Cargill, and Orange Cassidy better title reigns, better title matches, real time matches instead of squash title matches where they last fucking 59 seconds. No. We don't need no 59-second, 1 minute matches. No. Get it off the TV. We don't need that. Seriously. This match felt short too. The FTW champion Hook faced one of the crappiest challenges to his title to date in the form of the veteran. I like how they said crappiest. I like how I just said crappiest challenges to his title to date in the form of the veteran. Man, IWN, you're a fucking comedian, man. My God. Anyway, future Hall of Famer Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy got a longer match out the rookie and put him on the defensive more than any other opponent, but could not do the unthinkable by beating him. Instead, Hook countered Hardy's arsenal into the Red Rum for the quick submission victory. That was pretty much it. That was pretty much it there. There was nothing to this match that piqued my interest. Another match that was a complete failure on TV. Hook was even asked to sell more than he typically does. And I guess it worked. Whatever. I don't think his win put over his Red Rum is as a submission. That's just me. I think they are just wasting Hook at this point. Get him to the top of the men's division because he deserves to be at the top. Get that FTW championship the fuck away from him. He hasn't even defended his FTW championship against real opponents yet. I'm talking about real opponents like Jon Moxley, real opponents like MJF, real opponents like Powerhouse Hobbs, real opponents like Lance Archer, real opponents, man. Real opponents that will be evenly matched to him. Opponents that he would probably kind of have a hard time against. You know, real opponents that will take him to the limit. I feel like Matt Hardy did not take him to the limit in this match. That's just how I feel about it. I'm sorry. I just don't. This feud with the Firm is fucking garbage, and it needs to get off the TV. The storyline is bad. Bad for television. It really is. I am just not a fan of the storyline at all. I mean, I understand veterans competitors are trying to help Hook evolve as a worker. But this feud, no. Nobody cares about this feud. Nobody can care less about this feud, man. It's got to go. It's not fun. It's not interesting to watch on TV. It's nauseating. It's what it is. Riho versus Toni Storm. Another match that I'm not going to say I didn't enjoy it. I mean, don't get wrong. Toni Storm and Riho are both great, but I mean, the match was okay. I mean, it's not a match to where I'm going to sit here and say, oh, Toni Storm versus Riho is fucking trash. No. It wasn't trash by all means. It was not complete garbage. I just didn't have an answer at the time as to what I thought of the match. But I will say that Storm and Riho did indeed have some solid in-ring chemistry, while the storyline that has put Soho in the middle of two warring teams has done a great job and a great deal to bring attention and focus to the women's division. The AEW women's division continues to do better than the SmackDown, NXT, and Raw women's division as usual. My God, man, I wish SmackDown and NXT in this Raw Women's divisions would start taking notes from the AEW Women's division. I mean, the AEW Women's division is showing an example of how the divisions should really operate. The AEW Women's division is operating on another level, all thanks to the new storyline they got going on in the Women's division. This fucking great. I love the storyline. I'm looking forward to see what's next. Storytelling. As far as I can see, the only important feud, the only important story in AEW is that Freelanders versus AEW Rangers. As far as I can see. AEW's got a little tiny bit of long-term booking going on, not much. WWE, they got a long-term booking storyline. And that storyline, that long-term booking storyline, is the Bloodline storyline. The greatest storyline in all of WWE right now. Believe me, I love the hell out of it. And we would be dead to rights. This man is going to be dead to rights if a decision is made for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens to lose. To ultimately lose. And the Usos to retain. No, we don't need the Usos retaining at WrestleMania. No. No. That's what some of the geeks online say. No. No, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens need to win to become the new undisputed WWE Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champions. What needs to happen? Back to what I was saying about Storm and Riho. They do have some solid in-ring chemistry. While the storyline that has put Soho in the middle of two women teams has done a great deal to bring attention and focus to the women's division. I am so glad AEW Women's Division is doing better than the Raw NXT and SmackDown Women's Division, because that proves that women in AEW are still good at what they do. And that proves that that division is on a higher level than the SmackDown, Raw, and NXT Women's divisions right now. They're doing way better than what those other divisions are doing. They're even doing better than they... I don't even want to say it, man. They're doing way better than the Impact Women's division. Soho versus Hayter versus Saraya should be boatload of fun. That is going to be a show-stealing triple threat AEW World Women's Championship match for sure. 3 of the best going at it. My God. That match is not going to fail at all. That match is going to be so decent that it's going to have you pretty much I don't want to say it. I'm not going to say it. No. This match, you know what? Actually, I am going to say it. This match is going to have you smoke vaping outside. This match is going to have you jumping for joy. This match is going to have you look at it, and it's going to make you say, man, I got to watch this match over and over again. I enjoyed it. Wow. Hayter, Saraya, and Riho put in work in this triple threat match. It's one of the best women's triple threat matches that I have ever encountered in watching. It's going to be good, man. That's for sure. It really is. I can't wait to watch. It's going to be fun. Just for sure. We're at the Casino Battle Royale to determine the last entrant in the AEW Tag Team Title match. Now, earlier in the show, it was announced that best friends Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta were not cleared to compete in the match. I already said that, but I went over that again just in case you didn't hear that part. Something's in my eye. The fourth team in the AEW World Tag Team Championship match Sunday at Revolution was determined in a Casino Battle Royale on Dynamite with Orange Cassidy and Danhausen stepping in late for their best friends, teammates Trent Beretta and Chuck Taylor. Like a beating he took at the hands of Big Bill earlier in the show, Cassidy withstood the late onslaught by Butcher and Blade just long enough for an opportunistic Danhausen to dump the heels and score the win. I was not into the end of this match. I really wasn't. I mean, Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, who cashed their ticket to the match last week, attacked. They attacked them only for the Acclaim to hit the ring. They, along with the Guns, brawled before the babyfaces stood tall to pretty much close the segment. I mean, it was not a particularly great battle royal at all, which goes back to me saying the rest of the shit on the show outside of the Britt Baker Jamie Hayter interview, Christian Cage cutting that fantastic promo, and the MJF Bryan Danielson face off, hyping up their World Championship match. All that was super fantastic, but everything else on this show, and the ladder match too. Everything else on this show, including the Casino Battle Royale, was just a complete failure. It was not good. AEW has always managed to excel in these matches, but this match in particular was very, very, very lame and disappointing, with only half-hearted stories waved throughout, leading to a clunky yet predictable finish. Cassidy and Danhausen at least made a little sense given their history with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. But I got a question: what kind of history they had with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal? Oh, now I know. I remember it now. Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. The tag match at Revolution feels so much unlike an actual tag team title match. You guys might not agree with me, and a few others may agree. It depends on what you're reading or what you're watching. Hope to God you're watching the right show and not watching the wrong show. My God. Anyhow, my eyes are bothering me so bad that I feel like I need to go to bed. It's nearly impossible to think that this particular pay-per-view event was once home to the greatest tag team match in AEW history. Now, Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page versus the Young Bucks in particular. That was the greatest tag team match in AEW history. And instead of that match, we'll be privy to a mishmash of characters and ongoing storylines, none of which is actually dedicated to the strengthening of the titles themselves. Man, the tag division has really been feeling different as of late. Man, I don't know what's going on there. Whatever is going on with the tag division, they need to get it together. Improve it a little bit, something. It makes sense. Whatever they have to go on. Whatever's going on with the tag division, man, they need to fix it. They need to address, Tony Khan needs to address the issue or something, man. Something needs to give in this tag division. Something needs to be addressed or said. So, we got the last thing on Dynamite, which was the MJF Bryan Danielson segment, basically. So Bryan Danielson and MJF put the final hype on their Revolution main event. Bryan Danielson felled MJF on the mic in the closing moments of Wednesday's show, blasting him for his breakup with his fiancée and threatening to kick his head in if he is pretty much not prepared to go 1 hour with the American Dragon Sunday night on pay-per-view. For once, MJF said nothing. Instead, world champion stood in disbelief at the venom spilled by his number one contender, who reminded him of all that he has fought through to get this opportunity, including poverty, injury, and the authority. The look on the champion's face as the show went off the air was that of a guy who awakened a monster in danger and must now find a way to corral him if he hopes to retain his title. This was great stuff, as Danielson again reminded fans that when he is on, he is a great promo. He held nothing back towards cutting MJF like a knife. Their match Sunday night will be an instant classic and should be considered a match of the year candidate through most of 2023. Everything goes relatively smooth. The only negative was the rushed nature of the program. AEW severely overbooked the show, giving Daniel and MJF next to no time to put the finishing touches on their feud. Something that could have been replicated had time been cut from a segment or two. Or better yet, if the Hook versus Hardy match was saved for another. Still, Danielson saved his best MJF-centric promo for last, and the result was a suitable exclamation point. Now, it was tough to keep up with the live coverage of this episode. It really was. The show was also to drive viewers to the pay-per-view. Danielson promo, believe it or not, was the only one that really felt like it may have moved some viewers who were on the fence. Like I said, this week's episode of Dynamite was okay, but it wasn't all that good by any means necessary. So that's going to do it for your Dynamite review. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like I said, we are pretty much 6 subscribers away from 600. And I'm actually excited about that. I'm actually happy about that, believe it or not. That gives me hope that I'll be getting to 1,000 subscribers soon. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the review, man. I did the best I could of this review, even though Dynamite wasn't all that good. I would not be surprised if the Dynamite viewership drops or goes up. Because, like I said, it did have some good things on the show, and it had some bad things on the show. Some things on the show were fantastic. Some things on the show were terrible. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your WWE and AEW Thursday morning news. Here we go. Alrighty. So, let's get the background music playing. Let's get to it. All right. So we're going to start with news on Vince McMahon. So apparently, Vince McMahon's alleged return to WWE creative deemed inaccurate. Well, another red flag. Man, suspicions are already raising within the company. Look at that. Because it says here, recently WrestleVotes, a social media account that has been known to post misleading or false information, posted a tweet suggesting that Vince McMahon was involved in booking the highly anticipated WrestleMania match between Brock Lesnar and Omos. Says Ringside News. Right News are saying WrestleVotes are known to post misleading and false information. Now, what if I asked JD that? Would he say yes or would he say no? Are they, though? Are WrestleVotes really known for posting misleading information? I would love to know from somebody who's a fan of WrestleVotes that's subscribed to the channel, or that's a fan of my stuff. I would love to know. While the tweet did not directly mention McMahon by name, it did include an animated GIF of Mr. McMahon putting on a crown. Doesn't sound interesting, but it's astonishing. Which many interpreted as a nod to his position as the CEO of WWE. Despite the lack of concrete evidence linking McMahon to the booking decision, the tweet has sparked widespread speculation among fans and industry insiders alike about his potential involvement in the match. Jesus fucking Christ. This has me fucking nervous as a fucking cat. Ringside News previously reached out to confirm that Vince McMahon is back in creative, and we could not confirm this with anyone. We especially asked, Ringside News says, about the Brock Lesnar versus Omos booking as well. The best answer they received that could give any weight to that idea was a simple, I don't know. I know damn well that Vince McMahon is behind Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Why the fuck are they saying, I don't know? Are you serious? My God. Sean Ross Sapp also reported claiming that Vince McMahon is not back in creative. I mean, if Omos versus Brock Lesnar is not a sign to you that Vince McMahon is back in creative, I don't know what else to tell you. Either something's wrong with your brain, or you might need to go look yourself in the mirror. I mean, why do you think Charlotte Flair is back on TV? It seems like when Vince McMahon is gone, Charlotte Flair is gone. When Vince McMahon is back in WWE, Charlotte Flair comes back. Isn't that something? I find that to be suspicious as well. How is Vince McMahon and Charlotte Flair going to be gone at the same time? How? I don't understand that. Man, Miss McMahon and the android must have the same political agendas. My God. Sean Ross Sapp reported the same on the subject. Sources within WWE will be in the position to tell Fightful Select that these fears are unfolded. They couldn't get any confirmations on those talents' fears. As noted in the original post, HHH has been open that Vince has input and is being abandonment to talent that HH has final say. Whatever, man. The upcoming WrestleMania event is undoubtedly one of the most anticipated events in the world of professional wrestling, says Ringside News again. Fans are eagerly anticipating the lineup of matches that will take place. Two of the worst matches that nobody is looking forward to, that nobody wants to see, is Brock Lesnar versus Omos and Lashley versus Wyatt. That is going to bring down the WrestleMania ratings either a little bit or a lot. Either way, it's not going to be good. Those matches are going to have thousands of fans leaving the fucking arena. You know it is. You know it's going to happen. It's going to happen, man. Where some of the audience in the crowd are going to be leaving the arena. Because they know how terrible Omos is in the ring. They know how terrible his gimmick is. Trust me. Mark my words. The fans are going to leave the arena as soon as they see Brock Lesnar and Omos in the ring. As soon as that match starts, you're going to see all fans start to leave. And then when Bray Wyatt and Lashley match gets underway, more fans are going to leave. And both matches look like they are close together. Either Brock Lesnar and Omos are going to be after Bray Wyatt versus Bobby Lashley, or Bobby Lashley versus Bray Wyatt is going to be after Brock Lesnar versus Omos. My God. We are in for a good WrestleMania pay-per-view, but we are also in for failure as far as the two matches go. But it says here, while the specifics of the event have yet to be determined, and it's widely believed that Triple H will play a significant role in shaping the event's direction. I find it suspicious how they say Triple H playing a significant role. What do you mean by he'll be playing a significant role? You mean to tell me that he's not in charge of creative anymore? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling everybody else in the community? Yeah, sure thing. That can't be true, man. Despite some reservations from fans about the booking of the Omos versus Brock Lesnar match, there's been no official confirmation that Vince McMahon, the iconic chairman, says ringside news. No, he's more like iconic horrendous garbage. He is iconic. He's more like an iconic demented old fuck. That's what he is. An iconic old demented old fuck. That's what he is. And CEO of WWE had any involvement in the particular creative decision. However, as one of the most influential figures in the world of professional wrestling, McMahon's influence on the direction of WrestleMania and the wider industry cannot be overlooked. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. If that news on Vince McMahon doesn't have you nervous, then what else does? Really? I don't know if you guys knew, Solo Sikoa got married. Yes, Solo Sikoa actually got married, man. His real name is Joseph Fadu. His wife, his now wife, Emilia Williams, became engaged. Or should I say Elmaya Williams. Joseph Fadu and Elmaya Williams became engaged in 2020 and now have two sons. Their first child, Zion Fadu, was born in 2019. Their second son, Zaki Christopher Fadu, arrived 2 years later. Solo Sikoa had great news to report as he took to his Instagram and revealed to the world that he has finally married Elmaya Williams. And Ringside News got the engagement date wrong. It's 2023. Get your information straight, man. They real featured I Can't Stop Loving You by Kim playing in the background. The joyous occasion saw the audience of not only the couples, parents, and children. And then they want to talk about WrestleVotes are known for posting false. How about this? Ringside News are known for fucking doing false news articles. Yeah, remember when they posted that old news article of Paige and Alberto Del Rio and freaking Steve Carrier's mugshot started going around on social media? Yeah, remember that? You think I'm stupid? You think anybody in the community is stupid? WrestleVotes are not the only one that posts false information. Ringside News are known for posting false information too. They're not dirt sheets, just so you know. They are my sources, but I know what they do wrong and I know what they do right. Posting old articles about Paige and Humberto's relationship, that was wrong. That was wrong. They were in the wrong for that. Steve Carrier was in the wrong for always getting arrested for his fucking domestic violence or whatever. His drug addictions or whatever he's doing. Has Steve Carrier went to rehab yet? I would love to know. I would love to know. Because right now he needs it. He still needs it. I think he's still drinking. Believe it or not, he's probably still drinking under the shadows. Maybe they need a new founder of Ringside News. Maybe the founder of Ringside News shouldn't be Steve Carrier anymore. Anyways, back to what I was going over the news on Solo Sikoa getting married. Some of Soul Sokoa's WWE superstar relatives. Among them were the Groans' real-life brothers, Jimmy and Jey Uso, as well as Jimmy's wife, Naomi, who was present despite her extended absence from WWE. Wait a minute, you mean tell me Jey Uso's the only one in the family that doesn't have a girlfriend yet? That doesn't have a wife yet? Oh my god. Oh my god, I feel so bad for Jey Uso. The Geeks Online. I feel so bad for Jey Uso because he doesn't have a wife. He'll have one. He'll get one. When the time is right for him. They were all present despite her extended absence from WWE. Says here, and I quote, "You're forever my blessing. I love you, Miss Fadu." That was a tweet from Solo Scope. Remains unclear whether Solo's cousin, Roman Reigns, was able to attend the ceremony, as he did not appear in any photos from the event. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hopefully it doesn't have a bloodline storyline. What do you guys think of this story? Let me know. Let me know in the live chats. Apparently, there's been a name and date for next WWE Saudi Arabia show revealed. PW Insider reports that WWE will hold the WWE King and Queen of the Ring show in May 27th. This event will take place in Saudi Arabia. Says here, and I quote from PW Insider. The Saturday, May 27th, WWE King and Queen of the Ring event will emanate from Saudi Arabia. It says, and I quote, the latest event there as part of WWE's long-term contract with that country. We are told the working plan is for the event to take place in Saudi Arabia, although that could change. So they announced in November of 2019 that it had expanded its partnership with the General Authority for Entertainment through 2027. End quote. WWE always brings big events to Saudi Arabia because the controversial country pays a ton for those events. Since WWE has a larger budget, they can bring in huge names like Goldberg and Brock Lesnar. No name has been confirmed for this year's Saudi Arabian show. Fans should expect another massive show. Now we got that news out the way. It's time to go over your next WWE Thursday morning news. Details on William Regal's new role as Vice President of Global Talent Development in WWE. There's some details on that. So, PW Insider also reported some new details about William Regal's new role in WWE as the Vice President of Global Talent Development. He is at every television taping, even though he stays away from in front of the camera. William Regal is at every show. He meets with wrestlers after matches to give them advice, says Ringside News. His goal is to make WWE superstars' matches look stronger and more realistic from an in-ring perspective, including notes and suggestions on how talents can improve their selling, physicality during locking up, and reversals. William Regal is able to influence WWE without being a part of the television storylines. Let's see how many times he gets credit in the months to come for the input he is able to provide. WWE's current timeline for moving to new corporate headquarters in Stamford. Once again, PW Insider reports that WWE process of moving first group of employees to the new headquarters later this month. Employees were reportedly informed that the plan is to have the initial divisions of the company in place at the new building by the end of March, indicating that the move is well underway. The company intends to ensure a transition, should I say, for its employees and is taking a cautious approach to the process. There is no date for the completion of the move. The hope is that it will be finished by 2023 or early 2024. WWE's new global HQ is a significant upgrade from its current location. The building boasts 712,000 square feet per floor. Good God Almighty, that's a lot. That's a lot of woo, man. That is. I think kids would be scared to be on that kind of floor. I mean, my God. A considerable increase from the 110,000 square foot, or should I say square feet per floor of WWE's current home. A considerable increase from 110,000 square feet per floor of WWE's current home. The company has signed at lease. They signed a lease for 16.5 years. Am I right, guys? 16.5 years with 5-year renewal options. While WWE has not expressed interest in purchasing the building at this time. Oh, really? What an interesting development. The move to the new space signals a major step forward for the company. WWE has been using the Titan Tower building in Stamford, Connecticut as its headquarters since 1985. Over the years, the building has been featured in various WWE productions, including segments, show intros, and even pay-per-view matches, such as the 2020 Money in the Bank ladder matches, which were filmed at the headquarters due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I don't think they should have ever filmed that 2020 Money in the Bank ladder match up there. That's way too high. I'm sorry. NXT superstar expected for main roster call-up after WrestleMania. Turns out it's Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes to the moon! Whee! According to PW Insider, Cameron Grimes is expected to get his call-up after WrestleMania. It was not noted which roster he will be on. Cameron Grimes was once Trevor Wrestling. Yeah, I just mentioned the word Impact. How many fans they got over there, by the way? 3, 4, 5? I don't know, man. They probably got the lowest crowd in Impact history. No telling. He will soon get a chance to show his skills to a much wider audience. Although his character went through some interesting stories in NXT so far, the best might be yet to come for Grimes as he goes to the moon. Yep, to the moon, man. Yep. What's y'all's take on this main roster call-up? Let me know in the list. Breaking news, guys. Sonya Deville got arrested on firearm charges. Or It's just a charge. It's just a firearm charge. It's not really much. It's just a firearm charge. Deville was arrested in New Jersey. Firearms charge. She had a firearm in her vehicle. Did not have a proper permit for it. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? A month later, ain't that something? She gets married. She gets married a little right after it happens. But see, the problem with that is TMZ reported that the incident occurred on February the 19th. Let me go to Instagram and find out. Let me see the photos of Sonya Deville and her girlfriend and find out when they actually got married. Because these days seem closely together for some reason. At least that's what I think. Okay, so yeah, they're closely together. So the incident occurred on February the 19th. It occurred February the 19th. So basically, Deville and her girlfriend got married February the 22nd. So that is basically 2 days before they got married. Wow. Wow, man. Talk about shocking breaking news, man. Wow. That was 2 days. That was 2 days before they got married. Wow, man. Holy shit. Case solved. Case closed, man. It reminds me of the old show, The Law and Order again. Investigating shit. The report further noted that Sonya Deville is in the process of getting this charge thrown out. Let's hope so, man. We don't want her to get released from the company just because of a fucking firearm charge. Are you kidding me? She also started packing a gun with her after that terrible home invasion in 2020. Hell, I expected hunting her for the rest of her life. Man, that guy's a fucking stalker. He's a sicko, man. He's still in prison. From what I heard, he's currently still sitting in prison. That guy is. Gun laws in America are very tricky. And you people need to pay attention to each state's specific guidelines. Because I've been paying attention to them closely. Hopefully, Sonya Deville will get this situation taken care of swiftly. And she won't miss any time from the road. Hopefully, any time from SmackDown, hopefully. Or from Monday Night Raw, whatever brand she's on. They need to do the draft, man. So they can determine who is going to be on which brand or whatever. It was further noted on that WWE sources indicated that there was no heat on Sonya Deville. The understanding of why she would want to protect herself following the stalker home invasion situation. Ringside News is going to keep an eye on the situation. I'll probably get more information from them. Probably when we gigs here. Today, Sport on Cena's WrestleMania 39 status. Why, you guys are about to find out. It was expected that John Cena would take on Austin Theory at the showcase of the Immortals. The United States title could very well be in play as well, they said. This will currently be a huge opportunity for Theory because he's been after a match against John Cena forever. I mean, just so you know, I said it earlier, the United States title match is confirmed. I mean, don't ever say that there's not going to be a United States Championship match, because there will be. It was confirmed by WWE, so just thought I'd throw that out there. I don't know why they're bringing this up. We already know about it. So why? Why bring it up? Your last WWE Thursday morning news we have, guys, is on Steve Richards. Steve Richards is out of the hospital after recent health scar. Steve Richards revealed via his YouTube channel on Wednesday that he's been discharged from the hospital. The former Right to Consumer member thanked fans for their support and well wishes. So Steve Richards said here, and I quote, "So, as you can see, I've been discharged from the hospital. We got discharged yesterday afternoon. So thankful, grateful to be back home. The past 4 to 5 weeks have been saying rough is an understatement." End quote. Steve Richards said he'll keep his fans updated on his health journey with a Road to Recovery playlist on YouTube, noting that fans will have to bear with him because the updates won't be frequent. The development comes several weeks after a photo of Steve Richards in a hospital gown with a walker made rounds on social media. The former wrestling personality had asked fans to send their best wishes his way. It's great to see Steve Richards finally on the road to recovery. Great to see him getting better, man. Getting back to that health status, that healthy status, man. You know what I mean? So that's going to do it for your WWE Thursday morning news. Now we're going to go over your AEW Thursday morning news. And then that's going to be it. I'm going to get the heck out of here. Mercedes Moné reportedly is not interested in long-term deal with AEW. Wow, is that supposed to surprise any of us? Hell no. That's my answer to that. That is my answer to that, man. Hold on, I gotta find this freaking piece of information, piece of news on here. Where is it? I thought I just had it on here. Sometimes this laptop trips. It has its ways of being stupid. Like my phone sometimes. There it is. So, following her departure from WWE, Mercedes Moné has become a champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling, prompting speculation about the possibility of her appearing on AEW programming in the future. Now, according to a report by Mike Johnson of PW Insider, during an audio update behind his paywall, Mercedes Moné has the option to appear in the AEW X New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door pay-per-view later this year if she chooses to do so. However, that doesn't seem to be any indication that she is interested in pursuing a more long-term collaboration with AEW. Mercedes Moné has already hinted at working with Kenny Omega in the future. Moné also does not rule out making a return to WWE someday. In the meantime, I will keep checking back with Ringside News for more of this information. And if I get more information news on that, I'll let you guys know. WWE planning to go hard with signing AEW top stars. During Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Belzer stated that WWE is going to go hard after AEW talent. Now, could see several members of the AEW jump ship. On the other hand, AEW also has their eye on WWE talent. But the shift in momentum might not have done Tony Khan any favors at all. Because it says here, and I quote, a lot of key AEW deals are going to be up this year. And WWE is going to go hard at everyone good. Also, there's going to be a lot of WWE deals up, and Tony Khan need to make the product and the perception of the product attractive enough where guys on the other side go. They're solid. They have an easier schedule. They're financially stable. They're doing good. Right now, I don't think the perception of WWE talent is to go there. So that's the key thing, is perception for WWE talent. It's like, hey, it's a fresh coat of paint for me, and I'm in the middle. It's going to be the right guys for AEW. End quote. WWE could find themselves with a few key members of the AEW roster if they can make certain deals work. They are obviously paying attention to current AEW contracts because a few people are on their radar. We know that Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks are people that Triple H would love to sign. Tony Khan's roster is loaded with talent aside from the elite. AEW also has a lot of choices to make as the company carries on through 2023. Only time will tell what the pro wrestling landscape looks like by the time 2024 rolls around. But right now, there are a lot more questions than answers. Let's take on the situation with AEW and WWE. Jon Jones, UFC 285 fight expected to hurt AEW's Revolution pay-per-view. Oh, really? I'm not going to believe it until I see it. I don't care what this news about Jim Jones' UFC fight says. I ain't going to believe it until I fucking see it. Okay? You ain't fooling me. You ain't, and don't think for 1 second that you're going to take advantage of me by having me believe this shit. I'm not going to believe it till I see it. Right now, I don't. I don't believe it right now. I don't believe this shit for a solitary second right now. I really don't. Now, Jon Jones is widely regarded as one of the all-time greats in the world of mixed martial arts, with a string of impressive victories to his name during his UFC career. After taking some time away from the octagon, Jones announced his intention to return to fighting in 2021 with his sights set on a specific opponent for his comeback bout. In fact, his upcoming fight might end up hurting AEW's Revolution pay-per-view. Hey, it ain't done. It ain't happened yet. I don't believe this for a solitary second, like I said. I'm still going with it. Still going with what I said. In addition to his desire to return to the octagon, Jon Jones has been vocal about his desire to receive appropriate competition for his fights. I think they just put this up there just so they can mention Jim Jones. I think that's why they read this article. I think that's the only reason why they read this article. They know they read this article on purpose, man. They are Ringside News, man. They are a bunch of comedians, man. They wrote this article on purpose, dude. I swear to right, man. They wrote this shit on purpose. Mark my words. You think this article hurts AEW's feelings? Not for a single second, it doesn't. His efforts to score the pay he believes he deserves have been ongoing and were a factor in the delays that prevented his return to the UFC last year. However, fans can look forward to seeing Jones in action once again. Just like fans are going to be more looking forward to watching Revolution than watching his match. I mean, why would anybody want to watch Jim Jones when nobody does even Jim Jones? Nobody has heard of Jim Jones. I've never heard of this guy. Never. I think everybody would rather watch Revolution than watch John Jones' fight. Whatever the fuck he is. God damn it. However, fans can look forward to seeing Jones in action once again, as he is set to take on Game. He's set to take on Game. I don't know who that is. For the UFC heavyweight title at UFC 285. I don't give UFC news. I just thought I'd get this news out because it was related to Revolution. That's the only reason why I get this news out. This fight is sure to be a major event in the world of mixed martial arts. Oh, boo-hoo! Yeah, right. No, it's not happening. Revolution is beating UFC 285. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure none of the AEW fans watch UFC no way. So this fight is sure to be a major event in the world of mixed martial arts, says Ringside News. The news that Jones has signed an 8-fight deal with the UFC only adds the excitement surrounding his combat. Yeah, I bet it does. I bet it does. But I can tell you right now, I 100% don't think it has nothing to do with Revolution pay-per-view. They're not beating Revolution. So, they can take a hike with this fucking information. It's not happening. The fight will take place on March the 4th, this Saturday, which is one day after AEW's Revolution pay-per-view. While speaking on Wrestling's Over Radio, here we go. Dave Meltzer noted that John Jones' UFC 285 fight might end up hurting AEW Revolution. Says Dave Meltzer. You're right, man. I'm not believing this for a solitary second, man. You're a fucking comedian, Dave Meltzer. Oh my god. Really? Guy's a fucking comedian, man. Really? My goodness. It says here, and I quote, "It's not head-to-head, but it is after John Jones' fight. It's not a giant crossover, but it is a crossover. It's better than going that night for sure. But it's sure that Jones' fight was..." I can't even get it out, man. Really? He really thinks that the fight is going to hurt AEW to a small extent on the pay-per-view. This shit got me laughing, man. Really. This is the most hilarious fucking quote that I've ever read. Really. And then he goes on to say, when WWE used to do pay-per-views at their UFC, I remember they were usually down about 10 minus 15%, but the crossover is not as big now. 5% or more, yes. I think it will probably cost them 5% or more. Says Dave Meltzer, and quote, yeah, right. Still not believing it. Jones teased MMA fans about a move to heavyweight for over 10 years. And now that will finally become a reality. I don't think this has nothing to do with AEW. I can't fucking believe they said that Jim Jones would hurt AEW Revolution pay-per-view. Oh, really, man? You guys are a bunch of comedians, I swear, man. I swear on my cousin's grave, dude. Really. Really, man. Wow. Wow, man. Just had me laughing when I read that. No. I'm sorry. Not happening. Not happening, man. Believe what the fuck you want out of that article, but I don't believe that fucking shit for 1 second, man. Oh my God, they be having some hilarious articles on here, man. Hilarious news. Hilarious information, man. Wow. Wow. I can't believe this shit. I want to laugh again. I want to laugh again. I feel like I'm gonna laugh again, man. If I don't get out of here, man, I'm gonna burst out laughing again, man. My God. I cannot believe this shit, man. I cannot believe this news. Jim Jones legitimately said, the news on Jim Jones legitimately says that Jim Jones is going to hurt AEW Revolution. That's the most hilarious thing I've ever heard, man. There really are some real comedians out there in real life, man. Oh my God. Really? Really, man? Man, like JD wasn't lying. Eddie Kingston quits AEW after Dynamite this week. K5 storyline. We all know it's not real. This shit is not fucking real. Okay? So before we go over the news on that, we want to go over the news on CM Punk teasing in-ring return and mid hiatus. It's listed in the description, so I might as well go over that first. So check out this piece of information. Listen to this piece of information. It says that a fucking fan, a geek fan, recently commented on a social media post wanting to see the straight edge savior make his triumphant return. Punk would then reply to the fan, seemingly hinting at his in-ring return too. I don't think this means anything, but CM Punk and the Elite have not mended fences while he remains on the shelf after suffering a trust injury. CM Punk could also return to AEW within the next couple of months. Regardless, it remains to be seen what will become of CM Punk in the end. Waste of time. Moving on. Last but not least, the last AEW Thursday morning news is on Eddie Kingston quitting AEW after Dynamite this week. Storyline, K5, not real. What he said was not real. Okay. Eddie Kingston was interviewed by Lexi Neer after his match on AEW Dynamite. Lexi asked what happened between him and Ortiz, to which Kingston replied that he's quitting the promotion. He then left the building. He says, I quit AEW. Peace. End quote. Obviously, it's a story. It's not real. It remains to be seen how Tony Khan will respond to Kingston's shocking exit from AEW. Kingston had already challenged Claudio Castagnoli for the Ring of Honor World Championship during a recent Ring of Honor taping. So this could very well be AEW's way of writing him off of television. What's y'all's take on this story? Let me know in the live chats or in the comments below, because that's going to do it. If you guys enjoyed hearing your AEW Thursday morning news, let me know in the comments below when the stream ends. I am finally getting the heck out of here. And if you guys already the Dynamite review, give this freaking review or stream, whatever you want to call it, a thumbs up. Thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new. subscribers away from 600. So thank you guys for joining the live chat for the Dynamite review. And I will see you guys. I don't know if I'm streaming next month this afternoon or not. I may not be. You know how I am. I get up and then I fall back asleep. I get up again and then I fall asleep again and then I start having dreams again. And then I wake up. By the time I wake up, it's like 12:01 something in the afternoon. It's late. I do that every time. I need to start getting up in the mornings. Stop getting up in the afternoons. I gotta start setting my alarms from now on. I need to start going to bed at least like at 12. I'm talking about on days when I don't have to review. I don't have to go live for my reviews. Because I go live for my Monday Night Raw reviews every Tuesday afternoons. Just about. I go live with my AEW Dynamite reviews every Thursday mornings. So I need to at least try to get my sleep in so I can be able to get up in the mornings. Not get up late. Getting up late, eating and taking my medicine, not good. Not good. But it hasn't had any effects on me as of late, but still. Well, guys, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to have a good day at work. My shift manager is closing. My shift manager that brings the dishes to the back faster is closing. I'm glad. Yahoo! I'm happy. Because we get out, I feel like when he works there, we get out of there early. I don't want to say the same thing about the other managers. I'm not going to say nothing negative about the other managers. Because I like the other managers. I like working with the other managers too. So I'm not going to say nothing negative. But I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. I hope to see you guys in the live chat. We're going to be streaming Marvel Puzzle Quits. That's one of the newest games on my console. I might be streaming some Nexamon when I get up. I don't know. I might be getting up late, so I might not have time to do it because I'm probably not even going to have the thumbnail done by the time I get up. I probably should do the thumbnail before I go to bed, maybe. If I got time, I may stream the game. If I don't, then get on YouTube and look forward to see me stream one of my newest games on the console because it's going to be streamed on the channel this Friday afternoon when I come back from getting my hair cut. I got to wash my hair, though, when I come back. Because when the barbers cut your hair, they try to make sure, you know, the hair is off your face and all that stuff. I can't stand for that hair to be getting in my eyes, man. Really. I was going to change my haircut, but I'm still going to get that regular fade. I'm still getting the same thing. I actually like that look. Looks good on that look. Looks better on me than the regular haircut. There's a difference between a regular fade and a regular haircut. Huge difference. But I'm getting out of here. I'll see you guys Friday afternoon for that new game. I'll be streaming that. It's like an RPG game. It's a puzzle game. It's really good. It's a Marvel game. And after that, we'll be live for SmackDown and Rampage. And speaking of SmackDown and Rampage, I'm not going to be able to stream next month because I got to get started on the SmackDown and Rampage thumbnail before I go to work. So I might not be able to stream next month. See what I'm saying? I had to stream it next week. So I'll see you guys Friday. Check out my schedule for what I had planned Friday. You'll know. All you got to do is go to the community page on my YouTube channel and check out the schedule for what I had planned Friday. It's there. I'm out of here. Peace. See you guys Friday, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday morning and afternoon and evening. I'm out of here. Peace. Oh, and be sure you always keep you and your loved ones safe. And always be yourself, and always tell your loved ones you love them, because you never know what happened to them. It's too much chaos, too much chaotic, too much evil, cruel stuff going on in this world, and a lot of people are dying because of this stuff, because of this crime and all this stuff. But always, always, always make sure you look out for yourself before you look out for anyone else, because back when I was a teenager, everybody used to look out for each other. Everybody used to care about each other. Now, it's a new generation where people are not looking out for each other anymore. It's a generation to where people are only caring about themselves and not caring about everybody else, which is not cool. But you have to care about yourself now, because people are not caring about everybody else anymore. So, it's the way the world is now. I'll see you guys Friday. Enjoy the rest of y'all's Thursday, man. See you guys Friday for that new game and for SmackDown Rampage. It's going to be a good game. My Rampage watch along is scheduled. So, like I said, see you guys Friday. And please, 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 seriously, enjoy your Thursday, man. Because some people may not be alive today. You know, they may not be alive to see another day. So enjoy it with passion. I'm out of here, guys.